We generated around 560 plus million impressions organically. There was
creating property cards for the first time for people owning houses in the rural areas.
We have a patent on a bits technology, which...
But we were really guided by what we wanted it to be.
In terms of the content consumption pattern has changed.
Very competitive, very crowded.
The objective is basically to democratize cancer care.
I see a very bright future for retail industry.
Technology now allows us to scale up.
We also want to help patients become more compliant.
If I look at the custom solutions market, it's almost about $1,500 billion.
Your customers will not continue to be with you if you don't change gear.
We had adopted digitalization much earlier.
Within a very short span of time, we are the number one operator in the whole of South India.
If you are reaching out to a lakh people today, you would be reaching out to an entire globe tomorrow.
We got those two brands and then immediately got into a few of the LFRs and there was no looking back.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 22nd episode of ASCENT Talks. My name is Ajit Panikar, and I'm an ASCENT member for 10 years and lead Nova, an air conditioning company, and Pure Blue, a tech-enabled startup in the air conditioning domain. And as usual, my co-host is Aleem. Hey, Aleem, how are you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ajit. How are you? Hello, Ascenters, on this bright, sunny morning and in Mumbai. And we are live with you. My name is Ali Merchant. I run an advertising agency called Synapse. And I've been an Ascent member for 6-7 years now. But if you're wondering what Ascent is, then no one better than Ajit to tell you about it.
Yeah. So before we bring in our guest today, for any one of you guys who don't know what ASCENT is a not-for-profit expression of Harsh Mariwala, Chairman Marico Ltd, and his passion to identify high-potential growth stage entrepreneurs and enable them to grow their enterprise and enrich their entrepreneurial journey. Launched in 2012, ASCENT today empowers more than 850 entrepreneurs across India. ASCENT is designed as a unique, powerful, peer-to-peer platform that leverages the power of the collective through self-facilitated groups called trust groups, which enables entrepreneurs to share and exchange experiences, ideas, insights, and create a healthy ecosystem to learn from each other. Every Friday at 11 a.m., we have ASCENT Talks, which showcases the ASCENT members and their interesting entrepreneurial journeys. So, Ali, as usual, let's welcome our guest today.
Absolutely, and welcoming Akshay Jain. Akshay Jain, come on the screen. Yes, here he is. Akshay Jain is the founder and CEO of Vedam Design. Akshay Jain graduated as a naval architect from IIT Madras with Best All-Round Performance Award and started Vedam, which is now a 150 plus strong naval architectural firm with a mission to provide innovative and custom designed technical services, technology solutions to the maritime industry. It successfully provided innovative solutions for 1,000 plus projects covering vessel conversions, retrofits, new designs, site inspections, and supervision. Akshay, welcome to the show.
Yeah, and if any of you guys are thinking that there's... Yeah, good morning, Akshay. And if any of our viewers are thinking that our man is joining from Switzerland, no, he is joining in from Mumbai. Don't go by what is there at the background. None of us enjoy that background, but he has it, man.
I was hoping he's in his private cruise or something like that, but nay. So here, Akshay, can you tell us a little about...
Few of us are lucky to have this, and I shall confirm that it's not a virtual background, it's a real background. If you want me to pick up the cycle, I can pick it up and show you. But yeah, I'm really lucky to have this office, and actually that is what motivates more us, right? The nature and the fun part of it. So while we are all entrepreneurs, right? So but this is something which is the core, which we try to put the core in the organization. So that is why we need to try to strive here. So yeah, I think thanks a lot, Ajit, Alim, and thanks Asim for inviting me here. And I think Alim, you already said whatever I am, so there's nothing much more to introduce there from the introduction perspective. But yeah, we do, as you mentioned, ship designs. We are hardcore engineering, and we also do project management and supervision. I would like to little bit speak on how we started. I think that is what will be interesting. So and more I'll focus here more on the entrepreneurship part of it rather than the ship designer part of me, right? So so we started. We were just three of us started, and I was 3 years out of college. My other two co-founders are 1 year out of college. We were very young. We were working out in South Korea. This is the biggest shipbuilding hub, and we learned a lot from there. And we were young. We were not very experienced, but I think it's all in hindsight when we look at it. I think two important things what we looked at it is all three of us had very strong drive to do something big and something new, and we were ignorant. I think ignorance is bliss, right? So we ignored it. We didn't know that what we're going to start. It's not for the young guns to do. Our biggest competitor currently in India is 30 years bigger than us, right? In terms of the number of years in the company, right? So, but we had a strong drive, and second, I think what was important is mutual trust. We had a very, very important and deep mutual trust among us, which had helped us in all ups and downs, and to ensure that we continue to grow. That is there, and then we started a lot of things we thought, but when we started entering, we realized, okay, what we knew is very small percent of what the whole industry is about, right? So, but I think the passion for doing and for solving the challenge that helped us go through. I remember in the beginning when we used to pitch to the clients used to say, "Have you done this?" We said, "No." "Can you do this?" "Yes." "How will you do it?" "Okay, give us a day." And then we'll go back, do Google search and calls, and then figure it out the way, and then we'll go and pitch again. Next day, the customer will say, "Oh, it didn't sound that intelligent yesterday, right?" So said, "Yeah, we knew it. We just wanted to pitch to you better, right?" So, and then we got some customers, and that helped us. And then of course, in the beginning, what we thought would be simple, but it came out very, very complex projects. But I was lucky to have the co-founders who were like real techie brains, and they could solve all the issues. So that helped us going. And I think today also, most of the time customers come to us because they say somebody told us that if you have this kind of challenge, only Vedam can solve. You go there, they might have not done it, but you ask them, and they will come honest, and they will figure it out and solve it. So that is how we started, and that is has been most important aspect of growth for us so far.
Very cool.
That's amazing, Akshay. Absolutely. And when we listen to your business also, it says, yeah, ship designing. You don't find every second person or in business who says that, yeah, मैं ship banata hu. And that also you built a global business kind of stuff, So one is, tell us, what are the opportunities in this industry? Is that so big? Or is it that you guys are like really way ahead and there are no many players? So what are the kind of opportunities that you have? And, maybe a little small example for our viewers to understand when you do shipbuilding. Can you share a story of a ship that you designed so we have a better clarity as to what your role is within that whole thing?
Okay. So just to touch upon, so this is first in the industry. So industry is big. It's not very big compared to retail or manufacturing or generic industry, but it is big enough for multiple players like us to be there. So unfortunately, we still have a lot of competitors. Okay, so people sometimes come across and say that, oh, ship design very niche. You would have monopoly, right? That's not the case, right? So it's big, it's small, but the competitors are big enough for this particular industry, right? So we need to also keep innovating and keep growing. That is what is important. And what is another challenge? What we have, because of the drive for the growth, we have grown, and we have grown into multiple different offerings within the industry, and hence we come across various different type of customers for different offerings, right? So every segment we come across various different competitors, so that becomes another challenge. So as an example, I think so in the journey of a shipbuilding, unlike cars and trucks, ships do not have models, right? You cannot just go and buy a Honda City or a Jeep Compass or one truck or Boeing like that. So every ship is built to the specification, right? And every ship is ideally meant for one particular trade. Okay, so or one particular objective. Like for example, if I like to speak about two projects. So there was a client in Nigeria, right? They drill oil from the land, and from the land they need to transfer the oil from land to the sea. From there it gets exported, right? So they were trying pipelines and they were trying various different trucking routes and everything. And Nigeria being the safety risk and everything, that became a big challenge. And that's when we came in. So it was more of in the beginning, a consulting part of it, that how you can even transport that oil via the rivers. So we go there, we review the rivers, I sail through the river, see what are the challenges in that river, what are the waters available, not available, turns, curves, and then based on that, we identify what is the right type of ship you can carry. And then we do the calculation of per ton transportation cost, per ton mile transportation cost, and then we come up with that object. So then we do a concept design, that is a rough broad size of the vessel, and then we do the detailed design and try to come up. And then in Nigeria, they have to build in Nigeria. We handhold them in building there also. So we don't build, but we assist them in identifying the contractors. We do the quality control, project management. So we try to cover the entire life cycle of those ships. And then now the rivers are better. This is I think 6-7 years ago, and the rivers are better. More water and more infra. So we are upgrading these ships to be more efficient now. So these are the things what we do, right? Just to pick up another example, in India, let's say, if you've heard of, there was a challenge in South India. A lot of fishermen were caught by Sri Lankan army, right? So in that zone, there's a challenge that there was a regulation that you cannot do crawling. Okay, you cannot do trawling. So fishing, there are two ways of fishing. You can trawl the bottom and then grab it, or you can do liners, like normal liners, right? So but Indian fishing boats are all trawling boats. Okay, and it was not allowed in Sri Lanka in order to do trawling, because trawling actually kills the whole ecosystem, kills small eggs, and also destroy it. So then what we did is we designed the long liner for them. And so there are tons of long liners available in the global, a lot of designs available, but they're not fit for the Indian market, right? Cost, the Indian crew, the Indian challenges, right? So we worked with the fishermen, we went there, we identified what are the challenges you have. And then based on that, we try to design that, and we design them, and not just comfort, but also at that cost. Fishermen in India is like, it's not industry, right? It's individual. So we try to drive that the shipyard to build it, and the boats were built and launched, and they are highly efficient. They go deeper compared to the earlier boats. They were doing day fishing, but these are now doing 5-day, 6-day fishing, and they can do deeper and better catch. So by that, we're trying to improve the fisherman life. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Akshay, when I'm listening to you, I'm saying, yeah, aisa bhi business hota hai kya? Aisa bhi business hota hai. Yeah, and then you're saying that I go down to the sea, I go to see the whole thing of what is the ecosystem of how the ship to go around. Yeah, Ali, now you know why you wrote that sea swimmer out there.
Absolutely. In our business, we design television commercials. So whenever the TV comes on, if my television commercial is on, so I show my daughter, yeah, this we made. You must be like, somewhere traveling, ये ship हमने design किया. Wow, what a feeling!
Yeah, I know.
Design किया हो नहीं किया हो, लेकिन बोलता जरूर हूँ, ये मैंने design किया था. My daughter says, Daddy, why haven't you design cruise ship? I said, आएगा, वो भी आएगा, cruise ship आएगा.
Absolutely. Super. So Akshay, I mean, it was very interesting when you said that, you three got together and built this business, but there was somebody much larger in this whole thing. So, and then also you saw opportunities in this industry. What are the opportunities you're seeing now as a growing company? I mean, you're still in challenger status. So what kind of opportunities do you see growing up besides building cruise ships? Huh?
Sure. So, but to correct it, we didn't see opportunity then. We were ignorant. We were fool. We were young. We thought kuch karenge to kar diya, right? And if we were as wise as now, if we were then probably we would have. There were a lot of challenges, because we knew the challenges. We would have not started. But yeah. Now, I think still there's a lot of opportunity. Our industry is moving towards digitalization and towards decarbonization. So shipping industry has been blamed for a lot of pollution, the biggest pollution, everything, but they don't understand that the transportation is also huge. But still, yeah, there's a big drive of decarbonization, and that's where we are working a lot. How do we reduce carbon emissions from the ships? So that means we are designing electrical boats, electrical ships. We are also designing methods of improving the existing ships to reduce the carbon emission. So there are various ways. We do the studies, energy audit of the ship, and then try to identify where all the optimization can come in. So that is another challenge. Then we are also developing few digital SaaS products, basically for carbon reporting and for optimizing the fuel consumptions. So So that is the drive which is happening in the industry, and we are trying to catch up with that drive. The future fuels also going to change. We all hear of hydrogen, methanol, but it's a little far for any application, and especially for the marine application, because the consumptions are big. The transit fuel is LNG, which is also a green, not the full green fuel, but it's greener than the HFO. So we are doing a lot of work on LNG. We convert the ships from conventional to LNG. Like, in the car, we put a gasket to convert from petrol or diesel to the gas. Same way we are trying to make a kit, but it's not as easy as, I wish it was as easy as just put a kit there and then do it. So there's a lot of things happening around decarbonization, and I see a huge opportunity. Whole industry is running after, and which also brings us advantage of that. People now are not asking, have you done this before? Because nobody has done this before, right? So now they're directly going to a question, can you do this? And then we say, yeah, we can do it. So that is a major advantage. And digitalization is another thing. So we have a digital solution arm where we are developing some SaaS products to digitalize the operation. So marine industry is very, very primitive and very slow in adopting technology, right? So it's very simple technology adoption. So while we are not doing generic technology or like ERP, CRM, but we are doing specific to the technical issues what they face. So some solutions develop around that.
So Akshay, cars are going automated, aircrafts are going drone, all autopilot mode, remote control. Do you think that will happen in ships too?
It's happening, yeah. There are autonomous ships which are come up. Not in India, yes. Maybe not in Southeast Asia also yet, but in Europe, Norway, there are autonomous ships. There are
these are cargo liners. These are cargo liners which will be completely
not cargo liners. Not cargo liners. Yeah. These are short, fixed voyages, short sea or short duration. With this, not too much of big cargo liners. Still, there's a lot of challenge. I mean, currently. It's the same in the road, right? And with the crew also, there are accidents happening. So there's a lot of challenge in autonomous. Plus, there's a security, cyber threat issues and a lot of other issues also. So, but yes, the industry is moving to autonomous, if not fully automated autonomous ships, but a lot of operations are becoming autonomous.
For you to get into this business it's anyone's guess. It's never going to be easy. Why don't you share with our viewers some of the challenges that you faced, when you really got into this business, or through that journey of getting into such a niche business and then going global? What are the challenges that you actually faced here?
So, I think we have just 15 minutes left. Challenges, if I start talking, it will take the whole day. There are lots of challenges we have faced and a lot of challenges we are facing today itself. I would not say everything is easy and smooth, but I think one of the main challenges to scale. So our business is a kind of consulting model where it's not a product supply, right? So scale up the team, that is the challenge. But to some extent, a few years back, we had solved some of it. We had kind of processized the design itself. So we have made multiple processes, and there's a big team. There's a good team of 7-8 guys who've been with us for the last 7-8 years. They are helping us in changing the whole approach and the way we design. Right? Globally, also we are among one of the biggest in the terms of number of people. But that is only happening because of the process we have come up. Okay. I think another challenge what we faced a few years back is we were like all gung-ho about drive and everything, and we started just pushing it, and then we realized a lot of fatigue started coming in, right? So we were like passionate, so we started pushing everything, only focus on the work, and then we realized, entrepreneurship can be passion, but if you let go all other passions, then even this will die down, right? So we proactively started working towards our individual passions, right? So all three of us said, let's say, okay, let's not compromise our individual passions for the work passion, right? So at that time, it was a big challenge. We were struggling. We were figuring out what is happening. It's going good, not a lot of challenges, a lot of issues. And then suddenly there was a thought also that, okay, let's start focusing on our own individual passions. And then there was a dilemma, right? There's a distraction, right? So what to do? But we consciously went around, and then suddenly, few months down the line, we realized the work problems became easier to solve, right? Because everybody knows the benefits of health, benefit of fitness, benefit of hobby, but we took it to the core, and since in the co-founder team, we realized that this is important. So what we did is we pushed it out. That's become a big value in our organization, that we say work to live, don't live to work, right? So we ensure that everybody should have some passion around, right? Somehow hobby, which it could be fitness, it could be art, it could be music. So we have music fest happening in our organization. We have quizzes happening in organization. So a lot of things we do around there. Okay. Another challenge which we saw is we are doing a lot of things, they're growing, but we thought, how do we contribute to society, right? So we thought, let's see some way we can contribute back to the society. And that's when we thought, let's figure out some of the ways, and we added environmental sustainability as a major value in our organization. And we're trying to see how more and more projects we take up which is contributing back to the society, whether it's decarbonization is a part of it, or it's supporting the community there. So that challenge still is on, and still we are trying to figure out more and more to solve that.
Fantastic. And Akshay, tell me something. कभी ऐसा हुआ है क्या कि after you design the ship, you tell the client, यार मुझे एक दिन घुमाने दे or something like that? I'm just kidding.
So maybe so earlier in early days we used to do small boat designs. So there it has happened, and I and one of my co-founder, we went there and we were riding the boat, and
Oh, seriously? Oh my God!
Yeah, seriously, we did, right? It was, but those days are gone. We are out from the boat designs. We're not doing boat designs anymore. It's just that business call, and then we move towards large ships. And large ships, we are not qualified to design. Even if we are we are not qualified to run. But even if we are qualified to run, we will not risk doing a first trial on our own design ships. I think let other do that trial.
वैसे बोले IIT का टॉपर है मैं.
Yeah. So probably what Akshay will do, when he designs that warship, which he doesn't want to talk about, that's when you should ask this question. भैया एक बार घुमाने दे. एक बार.
घुमाने दे नहीं, एक बार बटन दबाने दे.
Okay, you've been an ASCENT member for a while. Can you tell us about your journey with ASCENT and how it has helped you in your journey in entrepreneurship also?
Oh yeah, ASCENT has been awesome, right? So I've been part since the first drive, almost now 10 years in ASCENT. I've been part of 2 different groups. I had a sabbatical in between, but in the first group also, we were just 10, 15 people in our organization at that time. We're just like a kind of freelancers kind of working, and then being there, we learned that there's a way to grow also, right? So while the others were also small, but there was a passion across everybody, and that helped us push it through. The current group we have a very awesome group, Aspire, Go Aspires, and what I think there are a lot of learnings, a lot of small bits, and a lot of small things you will try to reinvent, and the people would have already done it, and they will say, yeah, simply ऐसे करो, you will break your heads, and then you can reach out to them off meetings also, and the people are there to help. But I think one of the main important things is when you go there and do check-ins, right? You realize that you go there, oh, I have a big problem today and I will want to share, and then you realize by the time your turn has come, oh, this problem is nothing, right? The guys here have lots of problems, lots of other problems. I think, and that is the most important aspect of ASCENT. Then you realize that you're not alone, and your problem is not big. You can solve it. Others are there, and then of course the people help you solve that problem. So that is a great journey. ASCENT has been a lot of credit for our growth goes to ASCENT and the ecosystem here.
It's amazing, Akshay. Akshay, before I actually get into a little bit of a personal side, I have one question to ask you. I know you've got global business, so you got a Korean customer, you got an American customer, UK customer. The working styles are different. And you're into consulting. Language barriers you have, everything. How do you actually bridge all this when it comes to handling these customers across? Because you or your team a lot of it could be a lot of discussions, right? How does that happen? Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to put my head together. How do you manage this thing? Different time zones. 3 बजे को उठ के यार मीटिंग है shipbuilding के ऊपर बात करना है यार ये डिजाइन पे. How does it work?
I can't manage normal office.
So ideally, I should say that we did a lot of training and we trained people in all languages and all culture and everything, right? Okay, all those things are good with works, but we didn't do any of these. We don't have a big while we emphasize a lot on the learning, but not on this. I think customer satisfaction is one of the 4 important values what we have, and we realize the customer satisfaction has to be done by the individual itself, right? So what we say is, on that there's no strict process or system. each level, you need to identify what does the customer need, and you need to figure out the way to resolve that or to provide to the customer, right? We have customers who are in Korea, so the guy is sitting up in the morning here, 7 o'clock, starting the meeting, and then the customers in US, and at the night, 8 o'clock, they're having a meeting. And Koreans are very methodological. Korean, Japanese, very, very methodological, and Americans, Europeans, they don't care. And they want but they want quick results. So we thought we will put different teams for different this thing and train them, and then so that it will be a good thing. But then realize, this cyclical. We don't know where the business is coming from. We realize, okay, let's train them on the consciousness about the customer satisfaction. We are still working on it. It's not that we are completely satisfied with what we reached, but if we feel that if the individual knows the value of customer satisfaction, and they feel they need the importance of finding out what and how to satisfy this customer, they will figure it out. People are all smart guys. We have a great team here, and we have seen in many projects, customers after a year or so, they come back, and when they're talking to us and say, "Oh, this project was good, so and so was awesome," and we didn't know, right, so that this has happened, right? So if we ensure that each and everybody is looking at customer as an important aspect and ensuring customer satisfaction, things would get resolved. And we are trying to drive that more and more.
All right. So Akshay, we just got about 4 minutes to wind up, but tell us, other than shipbuilding, who are you, yaar? No shipbuilding or business hata ke bata. Tell us about your family, tell us about your hobbies, because they say entrepreneurs are too busy making money. They only make money. They have no hobbies, nothing, kuch nahi hota. So tell us about yourself, because you've already mentioned that you're a sea swimmer.
Oh yeah. So for me, ship design is the only thing and most important thing. Maybe some of my office guys are also watching it, so for them. But yeah, as I said, we work to live, right? So we passion. So money is not the driver for the business. Money is needed so that we can live the other life, right? So we do it only so much that we can have our other life also. So I'm a avid adventure junkie. So I do a lot of adventure sports. Sea swimming is the biggest passion which I have, and I think and many places, again, in the hindsight, many places, I think I've derived a lot of learnings from my swimming activities, cycling activities, and adventure sports, which has helped me do my work better. Okay, whether it's about big task of registering for 10 kilometers swim in the sea, right, which I've never done. Right? So, and that tells us how you can set high goals and how systematically you can plan and achieve it, right? So we did it. So same way we are setting big goals in our organization now. The goal I set, but the other members are setting much bigger goals than what I could think of, but yeah, that is helping us solve that. I also like to travel a lot. I'm a travel freak. I've traveled more than maybe 35-40 countries for work and for vacations, and most of my travels are always aligned with some other activity, either the business activities like expo and business trips, or some events like swimathons, cyclothons, or treks or kayaking trips and things like that. So that helps me balance everything there. I'm not a good book reader. A lot of my members in the ASCENT keep saying, you need to read books. I read only the self-help books and those travel books, or the sports book. But that is something I need to pick it up on a lot. Yeah, that is about me.
How amazing is that, man? Too good, Akshay. It's been fantastic to hear you out, and I learned so much about shipbuilding today. I never knew there was a business like this, and it's fascinating what kind of business you have and what kind of members ASCENT has. So it's fantastic. Thank you so much, Akshay, for coming on the ASCENT Talks and sharing this journey. It's been really informative and fabulous to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Akshay. See you soon.
Thanks a lot, Ajit. Thanks a lot, Alim, for hearing me out, and I should say thanks to my co-founders and my team that I'm here to talk on behalf of them. So that's good. Thanks a lot.
How amazing is that? Fabulous, right? Thank you so much. That was interesting, man. Usually you have good, but this business itself is so beautiful, and it's fantastic. I was like, I want to learn more about it. Kind of a stuff. Super. So awesome, guys. So we are just at the 30 minutes of our show today. So before we end, if you are an entrepreneur and enjoying our shows, share it with the other people, like us, give us feedbacks. We've had some interesting feedbacks come from across our viewers. And if you believe you're the next decade growing entrepreneur, want to scale up and want to be part of that India story, then visit ascentfoundation.in and apply for a membership. No, this is not an option like you pay a fee and get a membership. Ascent team will get in touch with you. They will vet you out. And if you qualify into that, we would be happy to bring you as part of the Ascent cohort. So that's it for today. And we're going to see you next Friday at 11 a.m. with another interesting Ascent entrepreneur story. Thank you very much, Alim. See you next Friday.
Have a good weekend,
with
everyone.
The 23rd episode. Have a great weekend, guys. See you. Bye-bye.